I knew it! How delightful!
Yuki! No. Please stay with me.
Now do you see, Toshiro? This is the result of your so-called revolution. You've killed your mother yet again with your asinine idealism.
Were all the Phantom Thieves kind of just like, they were just standing there watching that go down? No one thought to do anything? Why is Toshiro on the battlefield? What is happening? Hey, shut up.
Well then, I'll keep you in my heart.
There he goes, that bastard.
Did he put his life force into that last attack? Why did he get to shoot a laser and then die? No one hit him or anything.
Hey, more importantly, Yuki-san is...
A figment of Toshiro's cognition, yeah.
Please don't leave me. There's still so much I want to say. Mother!
Toshiro, I had a feeling you are my son.
Please forgive me. Once again, it's all my fault.
Oh, Toshiro, this was never your fault. Please, just try to remember. Then you'll know how much I loved you.
Is this Toshiro's memory?
Come on, Mom, this way! Let's ride that one next!
You're quite energetic today, aren't you, Toshiro?
Yeah! Hey, Mom, promise you won't let go of my hand, okay? You always need to stay by my side so I can protect you.
Thank you, Toshiro. You're my trusty little knight. But I haven't been outside for a while, so let's take it slow for now, okay?
Oh, sorry. Hey, Mom, are you sure you weren't mad that I brought you here?
Of course not, silly. Nothing makes me happier than being able to spend time with you like this, Toshiro. Operation Super Sneaky Escape was a big success, wasn't it?
Did you have to give it such a weird name?
You know, Toshiro, it was thanks to your courage that I was able to come here today.
What do you mean?
Because you worked up the nerve to take me here, I was able to spend such a pleasant day with you. Toshiro, can you do something for me?
Okay, but what?
From now on, never be afraid of doing what you think is right. Having the courage to stand up for someone is something you should cherish. Please, never regret it. Promise me, Toshiro.
Okay, I promise. Let's make it a pinky swear. Pinky, pinky prom.
That'll never lie. Cross my heart and hope to die. Swear.
They look like they're made out of Play-Doh. Anyone else? Just me?
That's right. Back then, I promised her.
Because you gathered your courage to do something, this country was able to change. We were able to speak like this again because you let me fight by your side. So don't regret taking a stand. Be proud.
Mother, was I able to keep our promise?
Of course you did. But Toshiro, please.
Yes, I know. I won't regret my courage that day.
My sweet boy.
So everyone else is just like standing around watching this, right?
I will always be with you.
This is the perfect time to read a memo! Yuki is later revealed to be Yoshiki's wife in a manifestation of Toshiro's memory of his real mother. When Yuki collapsed from Yoshiki's attack, Toshiro was struck by the guilt of being responsible for losing his mother again, but Yuki's smiling reminder of their last true memory together helps him find peace with her passing. Oh, good for him.
Toshiro?
The flag.
Hmm?
We need to present the flag. To let them know it's all over. It's like with Marie. The people are worried about how this is going.
Toshiro.
Please, don't worry about me. I haven't forgotten. In the end, she was nothing more than a memory.
But that's your mom!
The memory of his mom.
Oracle. It's okay.
For a brief time, my memories brought my mother back to me. And she was gone again. That's all it was. Right?
Toshiro. Why do you lie to yourself?
He's not?
You said it.
Okay, let's go wave the flag like Toshiro said.
Yes. We ought to share the good news face to face.
Sure, I've got it. Listen up, everyone! Yoshiki has been defeated! The one who plunged this country into darkness is no more! Hold your heads high! The time has come to step into a brighter future. It's because all of you took a stand that we are victorious here today.
We won! Never thought I'd see the day! I'm so happy! There's no time to dawdle. We have to let everyone else know.
Was that okay?
Yeah, you said it well.
You can tell how happy they are even from here. Although, the town's kind of trashed now, huh?
So it seems a number of people were injured as well.
It seems we hadn't received the full picture until just now. Frankly, I'm at a loss for words now that I see it in person.
I knew this was coming, but I guess things ain't as easy as kicking Yoshiki's ass and calling it a wrap.
You guys remember at the start of Persona 5 when Morgana, Ryuji, and Akira all first met each other, and then they went down to like the dungeon where the in Kamoshida's castle where the dudes were being abused and all that, and then Morgana took a long time explaining like, hey, don't worry about what's happening to these people here. They're not real. They're just figments of Kamoshida's cognition. So like, we don't need to go out of our way to free them or rescue them or anything because there's no point because it's all his cognition. So you don't need to like, don't feel bad about it. Don't worry about them being abused because it's not actually happening. That's just how he perceives it happening. And what we actually need to do is like, chain or like steal the treasure to change his cognition to protect the people in the real world. But now for some reason in this game they're like, oh, it's so horrible, all of these fake cognitive people who aren't actually real were killed. Oh no. Like, did they all forget how that works? Like, did all of the Phantom Thieves forget how this entire cognition thing works at all? Because I feel like they did, but I didn't.
Yeah. Well, at least we won, right?
We sure did, ma'am! Yes, there were casualties. Even Lady Yuki was.
There were no casualties of people that actually exist.
But still, taking a stand definitely wasn't a mistake!
It's fair for the Rebel to say this though, because the Rebel doesn't know that he isn't real, but the Phantom Thieves should absolutely not care. Like, at all. It's hard to remember how things work when you have so few brain cells. Good comment, good comment.
Really? Wait a sec. What's that sound?
There you are! Come on, everyone! They're over here! Huh?
Whoa! We've got some kind of stampede headed our way!
Oh, thank goodness. We made it in time. We're surrounded for a second time! We just had to tell you how very grateful we are to all of you for opening up our eyes! No, we really didn't do much. On the contrary, seeing the town and all its people like this is... And, Yuki was also...
You're supposed to be the smart one.
Yes. We only saw bits and pieces of the fight, but we know what happened.
How could you have seen bits and pieces of the fight? Were you in the room when the fight was happening? Was it broadcast with the cameras that ran out of power?
But... even so, to regret what we did would be to deny Lady Yuki's wishes. Lady Yuki told us before we came here. She said no matter what happened, not to have any regrets. That's why we don't feel like what we did was a mistake. We'll carry on Lady Yuki's wishes and live on. We won't lie to ourselves anymore. We're going to live on with our own eyes and free will.
Who's gonna tell these guys that they are not going to live on or have free will when whatever is causing this metaverse-like thing stops causing it?
Hey, how much longer are you gonna keep moping around? You're going to make Lady Yuki sad. Snap out of it!
When was I moping?
You guys.
I'm sure everything will be all right. Just hold on to that courage of yours.
Yes, ma'am! Well then, we should get back to the town's reconstruction. Alright, everyone, let's get to it!
It seems they don't have a moment to waste.
Agreed. In fact, we should get going too, yeah?
Sorry, but before we go, I'd like to show you all my appreciation. My father and my mother. I was only able to face them because you guys gave me a push. So I should thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Oh, I'm just voicing my appreciation for you all. It's a little embarrassing, but please accept it.
I said you're welcome. That's how accepting works.
Aw, you don't have to.
I'd also like to express a special thanks to you, Futaba. Your words resonated with me especially.
Oh? Okay.
Thinking of my mother has always been painful, but it's time I faced history head on. The truth may be different than what I saw here, but I've decided to stop running from my memories.
Well, I think that sounds great. It's important not to run from those things, you know? You've got my support. But you've really learned to talk the talk, haven't you, Pops?
Even an old-timer like me knows how to get real.
Alright, I think it's time we head out. Do we know where the door is yet?
Oh, right. Yeah, the door's over there.
Do you think we'll actually go home this time?
Nah, are we even at 20 hours of gameplay yet? Nah, there's no shot. We gotta have at least one more.
Based on the pattern we've seen so far, I wouldn't get my hopes up.
2 things is not a pattern. Does that count? What's the definition of a pattern in this instance? Seeing something happen, once? We've gone through a door twice. The one in LeBlanc, I think, at the very start of the game, which put us in Marie's Kingdom, and then the one in Marie's Kingdom that put us here. I don't really know if that's enough to constitute a pattern. This third one will probably create a pattern.
We won't know until we try it, though, right? Let's go. Listen, we have no idea what's on the other side. Everyone be real careful, got it?
Also, the first door we went through took us from the real world to this metaverse world, so there's definitely not a pattern.
Okay, let's move out, Joker.
The maximum amount of personas has been upped to 25. Let's go. I will save my current progress. Thank you for asking. Yeah, we're only at 17 hours. Look at that, 17 hours and 3 minutes. I'm a genius. Could you be any obnoxiously brighter? Oh, hello. school friend, childhood school friend next for Toshiro. This looks like just modern Japan, probably. What the heck is DCA? Some kind of academy. Detective Comics Academy? Is he a Batman fan? I respect it.
Huh? Where'd we end up now?
That's a lot of megaphones. This reminds me of Arena. This reminds me of the start of Arena with all like the chairs and etc. like just piled in the school at the start of Arena.
Looking at the building, it reminds me of a school. It sure isn't Shujin, though.
Hey, do you think we finally made it back to our own world?
You are currently wearing your metaverse outfit. I'm asking you to use your eyes and one brain cell just once.
We're not in a weird-ass time warp anymore. We've got to be home.
No, take a closer look. The place is a mess, and there are speakers all over.
The cat is not a cat. Like, you don't have to look at the speakers to figure this out.
Not only that, look how you're dressed. Pretty sure we're still in the metaverse.
I said that wrong a second ago. The cat is still a cat, but it's not a normal cat, is what I meant to say.
Ah, good point there. Man, all this portal stuff's really messing with my head.
This place is...
Do you recognize it, Toshiro?
I get the feeling that I should know it, but I'm still unable to recall exactly.
Based on past experience, it stands to reason that this place has a tyrannical ruler as well.
Yes, we certainly can't rule that out. Granted, we also shouldn't assume it'll be the same as it was with Marie and Yoshiki.
Wait, that means we still haven't made it back to Arena's world, huh?
We definitely have to consider how we might get her back there, yeah.
You guys really think, like, this is so... It's just for the narrative convenience, is because the writers don't want to tackle it, is the only thing I can think of. The thieves should immediately be like, well, you know, we got rid of the person who was in charge of there, and when you do that with palaces and other places, that place then stops existing in general. That should be your first instinct, is that when you go through one of those doors, the previous area stops being real. Like, it just fades away, because that's what palaces do. But the Phantom Thieves aren't making that logical conclusion or thought process, because the writers need them to, I guess, to keep more mystery around whatever's going on with Arena. I'm thinking now, Arena is gonna be some school friends that Toshiro had, like the only friend he had in school, and we're gonna learn more about Arena here. Dude, I don't think Arena can be a real person. Someone left a comment on one of my YouTube videos, and it's what I've also been thinking it, but I haven't said it yet, is that maybe Arena could be Toshiro's persona, and let me tell you, that's gonna be lame if that's the case, because personas aren't supposed to have, like a persona is supposed to be like your other self or whatever, but like all of the other personas, like throughout all of the games, don't have like this developed of like a personality and etc. And it's just gonna be really weird if Toshiro's other self is Arena. That's gonna be weird, because they're not alike at all. If someone's persona actually did have a full-on personality going, I would expect them to be a lot more like their other self, not completely different. You could go back to past jails and Strikers, though, so hard to say. Strikers is irrelevant to this game. Strikers, even if Strikers in this game were in the same continuity, Strikers would take place after this game, based on where this game appears to be, because this game takes place before Akira goes back to his hometown, but Strikers takes place during the summer after Akira went back to his hometown. So that's completely irrelevant to the argument. And the Phantom, more specifically, the Phantom Thieves would have no, like, they would not have strikers as a frame of reference for figuring out what happened to past worlds. They would only have the palaces to think of. Because I'm pretty sure in strikers, they make mention of, like, oh, that's weird. Normally when we beat, like, a palace ruler, the palace would disappear. But in strikers, they're like, but the jail is still here. What's up with that? Etc., etc. So, you know, they tackle that narratively in the game, which is something they're not doing in this game for some reason.
Irina? What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. It's just a strange feeling I'm getting. Isn't the air here almost suffocating?
You're right.
So you feel it too?
Sure, if you say I do.
I'm not sure what the words are for it. It's like there's more tension in the air than before.
Really? I sure don't feel it.
What say we head inside? Standing out here won't serve us any further.
That's true. We should learn whatever we can about this place. Bear in mind, we have no idea what's in there, so be careful.